do. That's our big nefarious scam. Sounds like something you would do, Jack. Why do you always have to make things dirty? Why? We can just make... It's just a bad person. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Oh, I hate that. Sometimes if the angle isn't quite right or the hole is a little too small, it'll start pushing the plate up when you start trying to screw them in. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Clean up all that steel wool. Okay. There we go. There's that pickup. I'm really curious to hear how these sound. I've been called worse by better. Thanks, Jack. How's your summer going, Jack? Is it too hot to metal work, or are you still sweating and hitting things with hammers? It's so hot. But the good news, I can take... You're doing it anyway. Just do it anyway. Okay. So, I'm also going to do something interesting. Not on this one, but the next one. I am going to do one of the students, actually, the guy who's doing the blue offset SG, Alex. He was like, do 50s wiring for the telly. And put a switch on it so you can switch back and forth. Because it's just like running the capacitor into a different spot. Ortho, are you still there? Are you familiar with 50s wiring? I was thinking about doing that for one of mine. And then having a switch in between the tone and the volume so you can switch back and forth, like just drilling a hole right there and putting just a little toggle, little two-way toggle to switch back and forth between regular and 50s wiring. I think that would be a neat little thing just to add a little more dynamic tones to the guitar. Okay, Karen, you have a wonderful evening. The thing I was thinking about that, Bumstead, but I think it might look neat with a little switch there. And if I was doing, also if I'm doing a Bigsby, I don't know if I want those knobs any higher. That's what I was thinking, because me and Alex were talking about that, and just being like, yeah, what if I did a push-pull? And then he was like, yeah, you could do that, but I think the switch would be more ergonomic, because then your hand is right there between both the volume and the tone. So you can just kind of like, you know what I mean? I'll try it out. Because I did think about that, doing a push-pull system. I'll try both and just kind of see what I like the feel of better. What is easier to access. So many decisions. You would go with a push-pull as well? I like a little toggle. I don't mind. I like drilling holes. So, just a little... I like little switches. Really? I like the look of little switches like that. Tari gives his opinion. Thank you, Tari. Appearing, doesn't even say hello, just drops the opinion right in the chat. Classic Tari. How are you doing tonight? I don't mind drilling that extra hole as long as it's centered. But yeah, right, it won't take up a whole lot of space right between, so it'll be right there between the two knobs. There's this whole big space right there. Oh man, Tari, I gotta show you my PRS wood. So I did a sketchy wood deal with a guy. Let me tell you, I know a guy who got some quilted maple. Oh, you have a guitar hot or not? Is it a Soviet era guitar with a million switches on it? Because I think those are hot. I'll show you my wood. I was showing it before. So this, Tari, the guy pulled this off the pallet that was going to the PRS private stock. So this is PRS private stock level quilt. It's not even, it's not even sanded yet. That's why it's absorbing so much mineral spirits. But look at this. I'll show it one more time for Tari. Look at that. Look at that. Hank Budd private stock right there. Stolen from right out from under Paul Reed himself. He's like, ah, Hank, you got that top from me. Ha. Looks like I win this round, Mr. Smith. My client wanted PRS style tops. Yeah, and it's not even sanded yet. And it looks like this thing's going to be insane. Though, and I got a second one. This one is more standard, and in fact, this one looks more like the top that we were looking at the other day. This is more standard quilt. This is also a really nice piece of quilt. Oh wait, I did the wrong. No wait, that's the right side. Look at that. That's also a really nice it's not quite, you can see there's a lot there. This is also going to be a really good one. I'm almost out of Hank juice. This one has some nice figure. This is nothing to scoff at either. Look at that. This has a lot too. This is also a premium top. You just can't see it as... Yeah, the other one is extreme. So shimmery, yeah. I'll let the client decide. I will send him a picture and he makes the call. It's the client's decision. I got the wood. I did my part. I got the wood. I told him I'd get some fancy wood. Anyway, what am I doing? Oh yes. So now, oh yeah, I was doing the ground wire. That's what I was doing. Where did I put that wire? I just lose things. I just lose things all the time. All the time. I just cut that ground wire. Weird. I guess I'll have to cut another one. Yeah, out of Hank juice, suddenly I lose half my followers. They're just like, without the juice, there's nothing interesting going on here. But yeah, that other top, I'll do two. I will do two. I guess that's what I was saying. But then I said I still have to get another top for Rage. I said I'd get one for him. I'll have to go back there and get another one. So Tari, it'll do 50s wiring. So I'll switch Alex was telling me today, he's like, oh, maybe you should do a little switch with 50s wiring, which changes how the tone and the volume kind of react with each other. Just gives you a little different variation in like your tone and stuff. So it should be interesting. I just want to give it a little bit more range. Yeah, sad, shame, shame. A free treble bleed. Yeah. Yeah, it's Alex was explaining it today, and I was not familiar with it, and I think it'll just give my tellies just a little something something, you know, that you can switch back and forth between those two different different kinds of, oh no, tonality. It's really nice on Gibsons. Modern wiring on Fender yourself. Oh, you like the modern? Well, that's the thing. We'll see. We'll see what. Put a rhythm circuit in the telly. Yeah, I'm going to try a few things. A coil split. Yeah, I will be doing a coil split on a JB Tari. I was going to do a JB humbucker and coil split it with a push-pull. That was one of my plans. Don't worry, the coil splitting is coming. Now it's time to kind of focus on doing some. Like the Big River as woodworking. I feel like I can do different tops and interesting things if I get a top, but as far as the overall feel of the guitar, like, it's done. There's nothing to improve on. I don't want to change anything. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I'm perfectly happy with the Big River as in a telly configuration. So now what I'm trying to figure out is, well, what are some interesting things I can do electronically to make it more of a versatile, unique instrument, so that it doesn't, it'll still sound good. It already has certain properties being semi-hollow. It has some nice feel, as Ortho can attest. He really likes the feel of it when he's playing it. So it's like, now it's kind of like, well, what can I do wiring wise? Eventually I would like to have my own proprietary pickups for it and just have my whole unique pickup system and wiring system, so that the thing is completely unique. I'm not just popping in, like right now I'm just popping in good hand wound, like brand name pickups, and just doing something funky with the wiring. But eventually I would like to have it as a full piece, you know? A 4-position switch. Yeah, that's another thing. Luke was suggesting that as well. Yeah. Put all the switches. Knobs that are not switches are wasted space. Yeah. Oh man. So many opinions. So many guitar opinions. So I'm going to get the soldering iron. I'm going to attempt on stream. I'm going to attempt it, even though I shouldn't. I will. I don't even pretend I know anything about wiring. Everybody is so much more knowledgeable than me, so I just listen. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's okay. I'm a woodworker, man. I'm a woodworker. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better with my electronics. Yeah, well, there's so many things that can kind of go. Um, I just want my guitars to be unique. Have a little bit of their own voice. That's all I want. That's all I want. Is that too much to ask? The special custom 24? I don't know. I don't know nothing about that stuff. Anyway, um, what else? What else is going on? I'll get this set up. So I'm just trying to figure out how much time I have. The body is done for the most part. There's a few things I still kind of want to clean up, but for the most part, the body's done. Radius the fingerboard, put the frets in, side dots, oil it up, brand it, and then oil it up. I would like to get that thing strung up just so that it can just settle while I'm away. There'll be even fewer guitars here when I leave. Notice my wall of guitars is shrinking. There was 7, or was there 8? Now there's only 4, and one of those is leaving. Nice. I might have to pick your brain at some point, Ortho. Two knobs, 2 micro switches for coil splits, and a 3-way. Well, that's the PRS layout, isn't it? So I don't know. I'm going to try this 50s thing, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be a neat little thing. I think having the little switch there. Here's another thing. I like the look of the little switch, but it also shows that there's been. See, if you put a push pull, nobody knows it's there. Whereas if I put a little switch there, people are like, oh, he did something to it. It's different. So it's also to let people know it's there, you know? perception. It's all about perception. A chicken head knob. Knob. There's so many things that Twitch blocks, like three-way, when we're talking about three-way switches, when we're talking about knobs. You know, Twitch blocks a lot of guitar talk. Tari always wants to talk about three-way switches. Not quite hot enough yet. I'm just going to let it get a little bit hotter. Yeah, so that's interesting. Like that's more about like aesthetics. Like what Ortho's talking about is hiding functionality. I was talking to Jer about that too. Was he wanted to do kind of a similar thing as well, and like just create a bass that has a lot of options to it, but also kind of hide it and make it look like it's very simple, but there's also a lot going on under the hood. I think that comes to just like preference, you know, like of what kind of guitar you like. Hey, Gun Show John, thank you. That pink guitar is for sale. If anybody's interested in the Pank guitar, you can go to my website. But the cow skull is spoken for. It's very subtle. Yeah. Like that's the thing is the 50s wiring is it changes how it reacts, how your volume and tone react, but it doesn't necessarily like change, like it's not like a radical difference, but it's like something there that you can fiddle with and kind of get interesting things out of it. But it's not very intuitive. The modern wiring, I think, is just more intuitive, like how the tone will just work. It just will, you know, how it blends it. You just get it, like, oh, that makes it more muddy. Oh, that makes it more harsh. You know, it's on kind of a, you know, it's pretty easy to understand. And you don't have to work necessarily with your volume to get it how you want it. Yeah, I might Gun Show John. Definitely a Texas feel. I just sold a bunch of guitars to a guy in Texas. So definitely my stuff is going over well in Texas, which is really nice. I called this one the Outlaw Country. But yeah, this one my dad wanted this one, so this one's going to my dad. I'm taking that with me. I'm going on vacation next week, so this one's heading to Saskatchewan. But I can always make another. Always make another. I was really happy. I got a nice phone call from this gentleman down in Texas. He just really liked what I was doing. Just wanted to support what I was doing, and just really wanted to try some of my guitars. So it was just a really nice endorsement. But it kind of makes sense. Like obviously they're country blues looking guitars, Not that you couldn't play other things on them, but it's definitely has that country rock vibe. There we go. But I think that kind of works with the whole, like, Texas music is so eclectic, you know, like it's country, rock, blues, folk, gospel, you know, like there's so many different genres of music that in Texas. So it's like I think that guitar just kind of fits with a lot of those vibes while still having those kind of country roots. Okay, time to get back to woodwork. Okay, Ortho, thanks for chatting. We'll see you again. The Esquire, the QP coil tap, 3-way push pull, got 4 of 6 sounds. Good ideas for 6 of 6. Nice. You got 4 of 6 sounds. That's really cool, Babumstead, to have that many sounds out of it. And that's just out of the quarter pounder. Luke, what's going on? Actually, these might be potted. Well, I think they are potted. These are potted. Makes them a little bit more difficult to get out. So, Luke, we were just talking about, so not on this build, but my next one, I'm going to do a little switch with, where you can switch between 50s and modern wiring on my telly. That's what we're thinking about. And so we're just talking about different ways to kind of like wire things. I know you're a fan of the 4-way switch. But I'm trying to, now that like I feel like the woodworking and the guitar is done, try and come up with try different things for making the electronics more versatile. I don't know if this cover, I got to be really careful when popping this cover off. I don't know if it wants to come off. I don't think it wants to come off. It is potted. We will see. I just don't want to force it. No, I don't think it wants to come off. So the thing with bare knuckle is you can order different covers and things. So I do not want to risk these pickups anymore, but I do really want that. Okay. Let me try. I just don't want to risk breaking these. They're potted, so that cover is just not coming off. Give me a second. I have these ones. These are cheaper. I just want that look. It's integral to my entire what I'm trying to do here. So I feel like if I keep trying to push that cover, I'm just going to wreck it, and then I'll be out a pickup. So these are pretty good neck pickups as well. They're just not expensive ones. These are Kent Armstrongs, and actually, I find them to be pretty nice, nice neck pickups. Anyway, we'll see if I can get this one off without wrecking it. These look like they're potted as well. Everybody's potting. Yeah, this one's potted as well. My big dream of having like this gold ring around it. And it's like, I don't want to wreck these pickups just to do it. They're not really made, like you can buy different covers, but it's like they're really not made to pull off. I've done it before with 50% success rate. I did it, I pulled off the cover on some Fender. So on the gold guitar behind me. Yeah, Kent Armstrong, they're like, I never heard of them either, but these are some fairly hot pickups. And they do sound good. I don't have a bridge pickup to go with it, so I might actually just go the Bob Bumstead route. I might throw in a 1/4 pounder in the bridge because those, I think that's just like a really good versatile bridge pickup. And I think that would work well with this one. Oops. Oh. No, it's still connected. We're still okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to special order. Yeah, this isn't going to work. These are, you can do it with cheap, but then I would be putting like really cheap pickups into this guitar, which I don't want to do. So then it means I have to spend the money on getting them custom made. Getting them custom made at bare knuckle, which would take like months. So it's kind of like, man. Willie, how was the Kid Rock concert? Oh, it's not until the 23rd? Oh, okay. That's when I get back. Okay. I'm going to try and push the tab through. Well, it's lifting a little bit, just nice and slow. Yeah, I got it lifted a little bit. Slowly and surely. Nice and safe. Okay. Okay, got one side lifted. Mm. Don't want to lift that thing, pull it off of the coils. Mm. 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 Bah, bah, bah. He'll just throw his up there. Well, that's the thing is Kid Rock needs a Muracaster. If anybody needs a Muracaster, Kent Armstrong sells the Tele pickups. Yeah, but like that's the thing. If I'm going to just special order some gold, I would do. I want the gold open face. Like I'm trying to get like a really specific look that you just don't get, you know? And it's like, it's really stupid to nitpick over little things like that, but I just think it just makes it like really cool if you can do like little things like that. Just a different look, modifying. Right now, so that's the thing of when I start winding my own pickups, I can just custom make them to what I need instead of trying to always like modify things. It'll be a lot nicer to just, and safer, that I can just put whatever cover I want on it, you know? Just gotta get that. Kid Rock needs a Muracaster by Hank Budd. Yeah, he'll be like, maybe I do. Maybe I do. That's the thing about the bigger artists is most of them are under contract. I don't know about Kid Rock, but I'm sure most bigger. Oh, did my camera freeze? Give me a second. Let me fix that. So a lot of the bigger artists would like to be playing custom guitars, but they're under contract to play Fenders or Gibsons and stuff, and then you get locked in. And then like even if you buy a nice guitar, you can't perform with it, which is pretty crazy. I heard he's not beholden to anyone. He probably wouldn't be. Here's the crazy thing. I heard like Keith Richards, he plays a lot of different guitars, and he's not under contract. They buy slots. So that it's like for this song he plays a Gibson, for this song he plays this guitar, for this song he plays that. Like every single song is marketed. He's getting paid a sponsorship fee depending on what guitar he's playing for what song. Though I don't know if they'll be touring much anymore, Did are the Rolling Stones going tour? Like I know Mick Jagger had a heart attack and all, so it's like I don't know what the plans are. Not that I've ever seen the Rolling Stones or care to. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just you know what's interesting for their 60th anniversary? Oh, they're touring right now. Cool. Yeah, he's got tons of guitars. Like Keith Richards is in a position where he's not beholden. Jorspins, thank you for that raid. What's going on, Raiders? I'm just doing some pickup surgery right now. Trying to take this pickup apart. It's coming. It's coming. I almost got it. I won't force it. George Spawns. How are you doing tonight? Jang the Conqueror. I am Factor. What's going on? Jordy. What were you up to tonight? I am just trying to modify this pickup for this guitar. I'll show you the guitar I'm working on tonight. It's a Spalted Maple. So this is the guitar. That is Spalted Maple. It's really neat. It has all these like black lines in it. It looks like it's illustrated, but it's not. Anyway, I'm just getting together all my black hardware. Did some scuffed Velo games. It's going pretty good. Yeah, so I was joking the other day that it looks like a drawing, and we were joking that it's a treasure map, and that one day they'll make a movie about this guitar and Nicolas Cage will have to decipher the map. It'll be the treasure map guitar. The treasure is here on Hank Island, but you'll have to navigate all through here and around here to get it. So this isn't just a custom guitar. This is a map to the treasure. The Gatto path is what we call it. But I was just about to start putting my kitchen. It is my shop kitchen, my guitar kitchen. Oh, thanks, Jang. So for those just joining, I'm a guitar builder from Vancouver, Canada. I'll just show you. Actually, I'll just show you some other stuff I've got on the go right now. This one's leaving the shop very soon. This one's going to my dad. That's Black Limba, and it has a maple inlay of the cow skull there, and it's got a Kaya mahogany back, one piece, which looks so nice. But yeah, so this was my latest one. I've been doing a lot of these semi-hollow guitars that I call the Big River. That's what these ones are. And I want to do more. This guitar leads you to the lost city of Atlantis. Yes. I'm not going to tell you what the treasure is. There's a lot of lore. Let me tell you. There is treasure. That guitar is a treasure map. But let me tell you something. If whoever buys that guitar and follows the map on the adventure, the real treasure will be the friends you make along the way. So keep that in mind. It's not just about a treasure and music, man. Oh, it's coming. I think I did it. I'm still going to be super careful. Oh, man. I'm just going to heat that up a little bit. So this pickup, what I'm trying to do is pull this cover off. Yes, exactly, I Am Factor. And you need to play it to unlock some of the gates. Exactly, that's what happens. That the guitar is the map and it's also the key. But can you play it in the right key to open the gates? Especially right here. You'll have to get through there. Oh, I appreciate that, George Spuns. I know there's a lot of people that kind of pop in here and there, but it's been a lot of progress this year on stuff, and so I do long streams, and progress is slow, so it's okay to just check back in every few weeks or months and see what's been happening in between the sanding. But thank you for that follow, I Am Factor. Yeah, look, this guitar will be pure adventure. That would actually be a good game. That would be a really good game. Like Guitar Hero. You use the Guitar Hero guitar, but you have to unlock various things along the way. Maybe someday I'll do a Hank Bud Guitars video game, but never play it on my stream. Maybe I'll play it once. Okay, I almost have this cover off. Oh, that wax. That wax is really... The reason so this is called podding, and there's a reason that they do this. The purpose of this is to actually fill all the empty space in the cover so that there's no other vibrations. There's like no feedback. There is a purpose to this, but anyway, this is just filled with wax. There we go. Ooh, there. We got it. We got it. Hank Bud and the Keys to Atlantis. Okay. I'm going to actually save some of this wax, and I'll probably kind of put some of that wax back. Oh no, they've taped over it. Okay, here we go. Actually, that's good that they taped over it. Okay. So now I gotta clear all that wax off. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go. I just hope these pickups, it looks like they're still okay. I didn't damage any of the wires, which is really good. That was the one thing why I was trying to be very, very careful. But I'll show you there's a purpose. A really good movie plot. Probably not, because it'll probably be a Nicolas Cage movie. Like, you'll pitch it and the movie producers will be like, oh yeah, excellent plot. This is great. And then they'll get their writers at it and it'll be like, yeah, I like the book a lot better. It would definitely be one of those movies. Gatalogic will be like, don't watch Hank Budd and the Keys to Atlantis. The book is way better. They ruined it. They ruined it when they made it into a movie. Unless Nicolas Cage is playing me. That would be okay. As long as it's not Shia LaBeouf. I have this fear that one day I'll be portrayed cinematically as Shia LaBeouf. Which just makes sense. Like, I'm not saying it's the wrong casting choice. It's the obvious casting choice. It's just unfortunate that that's how it is. Okay. Get all that wax off. So I'm putting on an open face. This is going to make sense. Trust me. There was a reason why I did this. But I'm never going to do it again. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Chris Pratt. Just the super jacked Hank. I could see Chris Pratt, but it would that would still be wrong. I wouldn't be upset if Chris Pratt portrayed me, but I would be like, oh, that's not accurate. Okay. It's just burning off any of the excess. Trust me, this is going to make sense. Okay. Okay. You won't be able to unlock Atlantis without this pickup cover. The things I do for aesthetics, this is just for looks. This is not going to add any functionality. It's just going to make it look slightly prettier, which means a lot to me. I really like little details like this. And I'm willing to put in the time, and I just risked. If I still don't know if I did it safely, but all the wires seem like nothing snapped. We won't know until I wire it up, but it's like this pickup is like $100, and I kind of risked ruining it just for this look. But I'm willing, that's what I'm willing to do for my art. I'm willing to take those risks. Because I think sometimes you just gotta go all out. What's the point? What's the point if you don't go all out? Oh no. Okay, I do have enough I can solder on there. I'm okay. Now bend those tabs around. There we go. Okay. Now I need a little bit of solder. This will all make sense. I have to find some solder now. Give me a second. Okay. So, all of this, ooh, ugh. It's got wax, it's got all this steel wool everywhere. There's steel wool everywhere. It's getting stuck onto the magnets. I'll clean those up after. But you can see, there we go. I just wanted that. I just wanted it to look like that. That's all I wanted. And I was willing to risk everything for it. Now I just have to ground. Come on. There we go. So there's a little tab. So you always have to ground the pickup to the cover. And so there's just a little tab there. That tab that I was trying to pull out before, that tab was the thing that was like hooked in there really, really hard. Anyway, I just soldered it on, so it should be okay. Now this thing isn't coming off. I can get the body assembled today. I might do some wiring. I might not. We'll see how I feel or how far I get. I might work on the neck. I just want to see the body with all the little pieces. See this thing color-wise, because I still have to do the Evo Gold frets on it. Okay. So this is ready. I'm just going to do a quick blowout all of the steel wool. Excellent. Okay. Okay, Willie, we'll catch you later as well. I think the surgery is over now. Now it's just running all my wires. So I drilled a hole through there. One of the things I realized, I don't have to drill these holes anymore. I can actually, because I do the semi-hollows, I can just mill those chambers, like the paths for the wires. I can mill those out before. Anyway, so where is my box? I'm going to turn the soldering iron off. I need to get the screws. Ooh, they gave me a boot camp pickup. Or sorry, a pick. Okay. And then I have to clean up this. It's covered in some sort of, I don't know what it is. Some sort of kind of like powder coating. There we go. Okay. Why does it look like that? It's okay. It's okay if it's a little rustic. Anyway. Oh no! And the screws are too big. Perfect. Perfect. Now I have to drill those out. You think things are standard. You think everything is standard. But no. Actually, those aren't the right ones. Never mind. No. What the heck? These aren't... Oh, I hate this. I hate it. Why can't they put the right screws in the package? Like, what is so hard about this? This has happened to me multiple times. Like, how do you get that wrong? These don't fit. Oh, man. Duh! They gave me the wrong... Like, they gave me the wrong screws. Ugh. Idiots. Oh. Like, everything else is done by machines except the correct... Somebody has to put the right screws into the right box. and they can't pull it off. They just can't quite pull it off. They can't pull it together. It's just like, why would we put the right screws into that box? So they gave me these two screws here are for the bridge pickup, and then these ones are for direct mounting. But these are not the correct ones. These are too big for the holes here. Way too big. They won't even fit into... I just get so tired. Get tired of this nonsense. I don't know if I have any screws that fit. Because the reason I know I don't have any extra screws that actually fit is because I had another set of pickups from a different company that also put the wrong screws into their boxes. And it's like, it's all so tiresome. No, those don't fit. Those don't fit. It's all so tiresome. Oh, there we go. I think these fit. Nope. Nope. Hey, Spike, how are you doing? Bare Knuckle gave me the wrong screws. So now I have to track down there's one. I got one set, or not even a set. I have one. Let's see. I might be lucky. I might be lucky. Oh. Looks like I lucked out. I managed to have a couple. It's rare that I get lucky like this. Spike, how is your renovations going? Exhausting, I can imagine. Things have kind of slowed down. It is summertime, but it's definitely the fall and winter is definitely the luthier season. Hey, Jorspans. Thank you for that raid. We'll catch you again. Okay. These will do. All this. I always have like extra things just in case, because this stuff happens, like I said, all the time. For no reason, and then for no reason it didn't work out again. Yet again. Just my life. And everyone saw it. I'll have to message Bare Knuckle Pickups and be like, you screwed me over. Literally. You gave me the wrong screws. They literally screwed me over. I'm kind of worried now because I was going to, if these ones work out, I was going to buy more of them because I actually got these for a really good price. And Bare Knuckle has a very good reputation. Again, Bare Knuckle is known more as a humbucker metal type pickup, but they're just known for making good pickups. They're kind of trendy right now. They're basically like very good marketing. They're the UK's version of Seymour Duncan. That's how I see them. If you guys haven't seen Bare Knuckle, they even have like, they're so British. They have the Bare Knuckle Boxer and the Union Jack there. Very, very English. Those go over pretty well. Shop is 77 wall to wall. Nice. 92 outside. It's 86 degrees outside today. I don't know. It's not too bad in the shop, but I wouldn't want to be working too hard. That's all I can say. Okay. There we go. I just wanted to get these in there. I just hope they work and I didn't wreck them. I'll try and send them back and just be like, you sent me the wrong screw, so I'm sending them back. And they'll be like, these are broken. It looks like you tried to pull the cover off. It'll be like, no, that's because the screws messed that up. Okay, so this is what all that work was for, just to get this look. And I think that looks really cool, and I think it's worth it. So I'm going to trim the excess off on those so that they can still go up and down a little bit, but it's like I only have 3/4 of an inch depth on this, so I can't put the bridge on until I get the neck pickup in, because it uses the same route. In the future, I'm going to just make a channel that goes off here, and so I can run that into the cavity without having to run it under here. And that'll just make it easier to get the pickups on, but that looks okay. Soon. You gotta, Spike, you can take my slot while I'm gone. Take my time. I'm going to be gone till the 23rd. Just move in on that. Okay, cool. We have the open face. All of that just for open face, just so I could have my open face neck pickup. I'm not going to screw this in until I get the neck in, and then I'll just kind of make sure that it's in alignment, because there is a lot it can kind of shift around. This, I'm just going to flatten with a hammer. This is the grounding wire. This is going to go under the bridge. I just flattened it because it was a round wire. It's not a bunch of copper threads. So if it was a bunch of copper threads, I would just kind of fan them out. You're planning on going after Mark? Muscle in, just fill for both me and Mark. You're the clutch replacement right now. You're in the big show now, Spike. What else? Oh, yes. Here's another tip. I've said it before. Well, it looks like... So my wire is going to be about right there. One of the things that I always do is sand the finish. Sand the finish on the back of the bridge where your wire your ground wire is going to go, like that, so that the metal is exposed. Sometimes the finish can inhibit conductivity, so make sure you just sand that. It's just playing it safe. It's just a good idea to do that. They did. Oh, and here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to do another clever thing that I never do. I always forget which one is my bridge pickup and which one is my neck pickup. They both have the same colored wires, so I'm just going to tape them off. You basically have a 50-50 chance. The black is ground, it doesn't matter, but the lead wire there, so that is my bridge. So I've marked my bridge so I know. You have a 50-50 chance. Yeah, they unscrewed me. Okay. I'm liking that. I do like the look of this. I like how it's coming together. Like I said, I'm willing to go that little extra mile just for a little something like that. Just a little something. I think those little touches, people kind of appreciate that. You know, especially with a boutique guitar, you gotta remind them. You gotta remind them that you did all the things. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's the kicker. Oh, just a moment. Another thing that I have learned is wax those screws. Seriously, especially in the bridge, wax those screws. The metal these days is surprisingly weak, and you use wax to lubricate it so it doesn't bind. I have snapped bridge screws using just hand torque, which is like, I wasn't even using a power drill, and I have snapped these screws before. So make sure you have good pilot holes that are just the right size, and lubricate those screws a bit, because man, there's nothing worse than having to fill those holes, and then, well, first drilling out the screw, such a pain. So you take a bit of wax and you lubricate it. But getting those broken screws out is like, luckily the bridge covers it, but I've done it. So don't do what I did. If you know what's good for you, let's use a hockey metaphor. I'm Canadian. A relief goalie. He'll be the relief goalie. So you can hear that friction. That is actually, that sound, that friction is another thing, is I've laminated Richlite under there. That stuff has no give. So that's what that squeaking sound was. It's okay. Just gotta be extra careful. And that's the thing, you learn all these little things by just working with all these different materials. Tuning machine screws, yeah, they're the worst. So I've found that that's one of the things with Gotoh, which are higher quality. You still have to be careful with those screws, but I can definitely feel a difference when I'm using Gotoh screws than Wilkinson screws. The Gotoh screws are stronger and they strip less easily, but those things, so that's another thing. When you're screwing all this stuff on, you can use a drill, a hand drill, but when you get towards the end, do it by hand, just so you don't over tighten it and snap it. So just take it to a certain point. Oh, now there's wax in there. Now I have to go and clean up all that wax, but that's okay. 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 I'd rather have to clean up wax than drill out. I probably could have used less, but whatever. Just clean that out. I have a little scalpel. There we go. Get all those little things out. There we go. I'm happy with how that's looking. Yeah, well, they will question it, Spike. That's the thing. When you do anything, it's always funny how people will be like, oh, what are you doing that way for, you know? And it's just like, yeah, I'm just trying to do my thing, you know? But when you kind of put yourself out there, you open yourself up to that, so it just is what it is. But I find that really annoying. Why are you doing it that way? Or sometimes it's not even questioning. It's just like the tone of it sounds, you know, like it's like, why are you doing it that way? Okay. Let's get that's the one thing when you put yourself out there, especially on the internet, you just gotta be ready for the criticism. It comes. Just is what it is. Most people I find like are pretty these pots don't fit. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. The pots I got don't fit. That's sad. Nothing fits. Where are my pots? Okay. So it sucks. These pots, the shaft is too big, but I can use those on a different build. When I drill the holes, those will be fine. But for the Telecaster plate, I'm going to have to use mini pots. Like this. Anyway. That's annoying. Ugh. Can't remember if I'll probably have to order some now. I don't know if I have any 250Ks in that size. Why? Why? Nothing wants to work. What else am I doing? That's okay. That can wait. Anyway, you guys get the idea, though. As far as the pickups and everything, I think that looks pretty good. That's in there good. Those are looking good. What else? I think those look nice. Still waiting for my frets. I just don't want anything going wrong when I only have 3 days left. Not 3 days, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I still have a few days to get the rest of this stuff, but my frets came in. That's good. Anyway, I like this. What else am I doing with this? I have the plate, I have my tuners, I can't put those in yet. I have the nuts I need for it. I think I have everything. Oof. That's going to be a sweet looking guitar. Whew. That's pretty good. What else? What else am I doing? What else am I doing? Oh, shoot. I should have done this first. I just realized I think I can still pop them in now. I forgot to hammer in the string ferrules, which isn't that big of a deal, but the string ferrules need to be popped in. Who took them? Who took my black ferrules? The other day, oh, they're probably in here with all my other stuff. Let's see what else we got here. No, that's the black. Here we go. Here's my black ferrules. Oh, those are those things. Okay. I was about to just accuse everybody of sabotaging me. Just accuse unseen forces of sabotaging you. That's what I do. then it's not your fault. You're just subject to forces beyond your control. Nefarious plots. There we go. I'm sure somebody would have a problem with how I'm hammering my ferrules in. They're like, you're doing it wrong. It's like, probably. Need a special Stumac ferrule driving bit. These ferrules are pretty straight. They're not 100%. That's one thing that's just like, they're not bad. They're not super crooked. Rage, you're back. I got my ferrules in. Check out this guitar. What do you think? I managed to get the cover off on the pickup. I think that looks really cool. Rage, when you make telly pickups, do them open face. I think that looks, look how cool that looks. I wouldn't do that on all my pickups, but on this one, I think it's definitely gives it a little something something. Just a little something something. That's the thing. You can also you can do open face with foil, and that's another thing, Rage, with your wooden insert. Like you could do a wooden cover in there underneath the open face as well. But there we go. Gato Path. This is going to be a sweet little guitar. Does that texture, I don't know, that texture from far, actually that texture looks pretty cool. Once I get those gold, Evo gold frets on there, I think this thing works aesthetically. There's a lot of interesting lines on there. Yeah. This Sapelli body will probably, I don't know exactly what this guitar is going to sound like, but it should sound pretty interesting. Lots of nice resonance to it. Definitely chamber the Sapelli if you ever use Sapelli. It is so heavy, or at least this one was. Sometimes woods can be lighter. Here's the thing about Sapelli is look how straight that grain is. It's like mahogany, but apparently it's not a mahogany. But that grain is just straight and consistent. It's really consistent. Like, look at that. It just has an interesting sheen. Sometimes I just like to look at the back of the guitar. That's one of the things I like about the Telecaster style is there's no plate on the back, so you get a nice That's why I like doing the one-piece backs with the big rivers, because then there's nothing like obstructing that nice wood. Not that anybody like gushes over the backwood, but one thing I am going to change is I'm switching back. You guys don't really notice because how could you? So I switched. I was doing vintage spacing on my nut. Vintage spacing is around 2 millimeters. Modern spacing at the nut is 43. It doesn't seem like 1 millimeter would make much of a difference, but it does change the whole feel of the guitar. And I was talking to Will about it, and he preferred the way I carved my neck. It feels better with the 42. Which again is the vintage, so it's like it's a little bit more narrow at the nut, and so I think I'm going to switch back to that. This one is a 43. It's still playable. It's just like a subtle thing. So I'm still tweaking, you know. Have you ever done a ferrule plate on your back? Not. Yeah, I have. We have done it before. I've never done it on my guitars, but we've done it on Will's. Will likes the ferrule plates. They're good. They're really solid. You don't have to worry about it being misaligned. You just route the cavity and you're good to go. Some people think that when you do like a brass ferrule block, that it actually adds to the sustain of the guitar, which is possible. Definitely easier to do. Okay, I need to grab a little bit more water. Give me 1 minute. Not even 1 minute. I'll be back in 17 seconds. Okay. Was that 17 seconds? I don't know. Okay. Let's get this plate, regardless, let's get this plate installed. And I have black vintage, I'm late. I have black vintage style tuners. Though the black Seymour or the black Hipshot would look really good with this one, because the black have the open back kind of brass gears on them, but it's not super necessary. I don't need to get that crazy, or do I? Okay, what am I doing? Lining up the plate. The switch goes on top. Remember that. That's key. That's key to this entire operation, is that the switch goes on the top. But if you get it upside down, you can just move it. Yeah, it's lined up pretty good. Then I make sure I line it up with the bridge there, so it's straight. And by line it up, I kind of I eyeball it, but then I can also take a ruler just to make sure that it's parallel with that 1.5 inches. It's exactly 1.5 inches from the edge there. So just draw some circles. See where those, yep, those are good. Those are about the same distance. Okay. So, here's another thing. Is never drill 2 pilot holes. Like, don't, when you get your holes, drill the one and then screw it down so you actually know where it's sitting. Line it up and then do your little guide for the screw. Just a tip, because things always kind of shift around. Okay. Where? Oh. Where are my drill bits? They're supposed to return my drill bits. I'm the keeper of the drill bits in the shop. Everyone must return the drill bits. Yet they don't. All my drill bits are missing because Meredith takes them. She takes my drill bits. Here we go. My drill bit. So, and then where luckily I have so many random things. I have all the little screws, everything. I got everything I need. Okay. So it's still right on. I was being overly cautious. It is still right on, but there's nothing wrong. With just making sure everything lines up just right, because why not? Why not? I'm a professional. Everything is lined up just right. One of the things I like about the black hardware is like it kind of balances out that top with the black F-hole right there. So I dye the F-hole like inside the cavity. I dye it black so that it's a lot darker. But it just balances it really nice. Man, I really like the black hardware on on these. On the right guitar, that black hardware just looks really good. Sometimes the black hardware on the Tele just makes it look like you're trying to make it like a heavy metal guitar, and it's kind of cheesy sometimes. But on that one, this still looks kind of. It's got the barrel bridges. It looks very classy. That open face. This is a surprisingly classy looking Big River here. I didn't know how it would look. I knew it would look interesting with the Spalt, but it's like you never really know until you put all the pieces together. And I was like, oh, is it going to look like kind of cheesy, kind of like a metal Tele? That's what I was like kind of, and it could be kind of seen as that because it does have bare knuckle pickups in it. Though I chose the mellow, the Alnico 2 pickups. So this is more of like a bluesy. It's not a really hot wound. I'm actually trying to mellow this guitar out. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find some pots that I can put in there. I found one. I can play that game with Meredith.